Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture is titled The Cotton Candy Clouds of Rho Ophiuchi. So, what do we see here? Well, here we see some beautiful clouds in the sky. Not clouds like within our atmosphere, which are generally made up of water vapor or ice crystals, but actually clouds of gas and dust out in space. Now, this overall region is part of a star-forming region and contains a lot of different types of nebulae, including reflection nebulae, which are bluish colors around some of the brighter stars here, and are caused by light scattering off of dust grains around those stars. So great regions around of the stars. There's still some dust left over from the formation. It's thinned out. It's not as dense as it used to be, and it now scatters the light, and it preferentially scatters the shorter wavelengths. So it looks very blue because it is scattering the shorter wavelength blue light, whereas the red light is better able to penetrate through the dust and doesn't get scattered. Now, when the dust grains are a little bit denser, you can see some denser regions, and those appear as dark nebulae, darker regions where the light is blocked out or almost completely blocked out from the being able to be seen from us here on Earth. There's too much material in between us and that region. That doesn't mean it's super dense. It means that there's just a large area where there is enough dust that every line of sight eventually hits a very tiny dust grain. And when it does that, when there's enough there, that will completely block out the light from coming through. Now, the other type of nebula we see here is what is known as an emission nebula, and that often shows in the red here as the emission of hydrogen gas. When hydrogen gas is excited by the hot stars that have formed, they ionize them. That ultraviolet light from the stars will ionize the hydrogen. That excites the electron, removing it completely from the atom. Well, atoms want to recombine together, so that electron will recombine with another proton, forming a hydrogen atom again. And as it does that, it will give off a very specific wavelength in the red portion of the spectrum. And that is what is known as the H-alpha line, and is very prominent in the visible portion of the spectrum, and in fact dominates a lot of the colors and a lot of the gas that we see out in space. Now, not everything here is a nebula. We see lots of stars, but actually down toward the lower right, there is a globular star cluster, not associated with this star-forming region, well beyond it off in the distance, but globular clusters are some of the oldest parts of our galaxy. And in fact, many globular clusters were formed maybe only a couple of billion years after the universe itself. So they can be some of the oldest objects in the universe here. So if you think about that, we're looking side by side at something very old, the globular cluster, and something that is forming stars currently, which is the star-forming region of Rho Ophiuchi. So that was our picture of the day, titled The Cotton Candy Clouds of Rho Ophiuchi. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Boosting Swift. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.